Good evening. I'm Alexandra Lewis.
I'm Jeremy Hohola. Tonight we've obtained video capturing the moment Inglewood police used a taser on a man as they seized his dog. The incident is now under investigation.
Now, the man who is experiencing homelessness didn't understand why police and animal control were taking his dog. Ria Jha got the video and has more on why an advocate for the homeless is alarmed about how this whole thing played out.
Yeah, and just a warning to our viewers, this video may be hard to watch. This happened back in July, but we're hearing about it now because this video we obtained was shot by a bystander.
As the director of a nonprofit who works with people who are homeless.
Well, first of all, it's horrifying.
Videos like this are something Regan Benson has seen time and time again.
It's real, and I try not to watch it.
The man getting tased is David Bain.
I know that guy.
On this day, he was sitting outside the Inglewood Civic Center when police were called to assist code enforcement and animal welfare in getting Bain's dog.
I know you've had this dog for a long time. I obviously don't know why they're taking the dog.
Inglewood police later said the dog had a severe infection that Bain was not caring for. Animal welfare was there to take the dog for medical treatment, but the video doesn't show police explaining that.
Oh, you guys are trying to forcibly intimidate me and take my dog.
I'm not trying to intimidate anybody. I'm actually trying to have a man-to-man conversation. And you've been talking over me the entire damn time.
You're not doing it.
Here's the deal.
You're not doing it.
Inglewood police said officers tried to de-escalate the situation for 7 minutes.
Instead of working towards what we would call peaceful compliance with enforcement, it was anything but that.
When Bain grabbed the bench, police claimed this was resisting arrest.
Last time I'm going to tell you.
Which led to the officer tasing him.
Somebody help me, please. Somebody,
I'm going to tase you again if you don't put your hands behind your back.
And as he's down there just taking his dog and the dog stops to turn around and look, I can't watch any more of that. While David is not a saint, while David is not doing right by that dog, this is unwarranted. Period.
The officers involved in this incident are under an internal affairs investigation, but are still on active duty. Benson says it's nothing she hasn't seen before.
He'll remain on active duty. He won't receive any discipline. He'll be emboldened and empowered to go out there and do the same thing.
In a long statement, police say they warned the dog owner days earlier about the dog needing urgent care. The owner was arrested for animal neglect and resisting arrest. As for the dog, he was treated at the Humane Society and is now back with the owner. Police say they're gathering more video evidence and are expediting this investigation. Ria Jha, 9 News.
New tonight, Fort Collins police believe a man who officers shot and killed last month killed a man 5 years ago. Clayton Pierce and a police officer were injured by bullets during a shootout at Grandview Cemetery on July 21st. It all started when police tried to pull him over after he crashed a car. They say he shot at them, then led them on a chase, which ended in that shootout. The officers are okay, but Pierce later died at a hospital. Police now say Pierce was the suspect in Joseph Sonny Brigman's homicide. His case went cold until last year when detectives reviewed it again. Before Pierce's death, detectives say they've determined they had enough evidence to prove Pierce was responsible. They say he would have been charged with first-degree murder.
Just in, police are investigating allegations of assault within the Littleton High School football program. This is according to a note Littleton Public Schools sent to families today. This note says the district was made aware of the allegations through an anonymous tip yesterday. The district has since canceled football practice, tonight's team dinner, and tomorrow's scrimmage as a result of this. It has not released any details about the claims and is asking anybody with information to go ahead and call police or school officials. Well, the sun returned today as we keep the pace for the second hottest summer on record in Denver. There have been 30 days at 95 degrees or higher, but today was not one of them. Denver's high was recorded at 90 degrees. So, you know, cooler than what we've dealt with a bit, but still hot, Lauren.
That's right. Well, we were out of the 90s yesterday. Today just barely made it into the 90s. We'll get a little bit warmer tomorrow, and then we'll see lots of 80-degree temperatures as we move into the next 7 days or so. But we're going to continue to monitor our live radar this evening, as we do still have a couple of lingering storms across the Front Range and Eastern Plains, more widespread still in the high country and western slope. But if you're making those plans for your Saturday, we're going to see a little bit of in and out cloud cover tomorrow, those highs in the low 90s, and then another round of those late day showers and storms in Denver by around 5-6 o'clock tomorrow evening. I'll have details on that, plus what the rest of your weekend will look like, just ahead in my 7-day forecast.
A train derailment in Boulder is under investigation tonight. Boulder police say the Burlington Northern Santa Fe train was traveling south from Valmont Road to Pearl when it crashed into some train cars on the track. That led to this massive derailing. This happened last night just north of Boulder Community Hospital. 2 conductors have been released from the hospital with minor injuries. 1 rail bridge was destroyed. There are no other reports of damage. Police originally said a fuel leak may have impacted a nearby creek. They now say it might have just been algae.
A Wheat Ridge police officer who was stabbed 10 times say he's relieved that his attacker was convicted. Earlier this month, a jury found 31-year-old Andre Jones guilty of stabbing Officer Alan Fisher in the neck, chest, and back. It happened in 2022 as Fisher was responding to reports of a U-Haul that had crashed into a fence. Fisher has lost vision in one eye and can no longer be on patrol, so he now works in the records department. Last week, he saw the body camera video of his attack for the first time, and he found out just how close he came to dying.
Having to watch the videos that I had to watch, I think really had a more of a positive effect on me in the long run, because I think I may have been suppressing certain thoughts and stuff from the incident. I don't know, like almost dying. I'd heard that, but I never really felt that. And seeing that, the videos, I think I kind of realized, wow, you know, I'm luckier than I even thought to be here now.
Jones is facing more than 30 years in prison. His sentencing is set for early October.
Denver police say they're worried about the increasing domestic violent crimes across the city. DPD says domestic violence reports have increased 4% this year compared to this time last year. More than 4,000 reports have been filed in 24 alone. Denver police says they want people to know that help is available. They partner with the Rose Andom Center to provide that help for people experiencing domestic violence.
We've certainly seen an increase in the number of people reaching out for help. I think part of it could be that there has been an increased awareness about domestic violence, and therefore people are identifying concerns maybe at an earlier stage and more willing to reach out and find help and support.
The Rose Andom Center says you can still receive help from them even if you choose not to report abuse to police.
2 Elbert County employees just got a really big raise, but the bump to their paychecks might have to be earned by fighting a lawsuit. County Attorney Bart Greer and manager Sean Fletcher are now making $220,000 a year. That's up from $145,000. Their contracts were signed on April 18th, but Robert Rowland, a former county commissioner, says these contracts were not discussed in public until 3 months later, after he raised concerns. Rowland is now among 7 Elbert County residents who claim county commissioners violated the state's open meeting law. That law is designed to stop secret discussions outside of the public view.
The people have a right to expect that their business is done in full transparency. And it has to be that way. There is no other option. And in this case, we feel like that was circumvented, and we can't let it stand.
County commissioners are defending their decision, saying the salaries are in line with neighboring counties and were necessary to retain workers. They also argue the new contracts were a personal matter and not something that had to be shared with the public. The county has until September 4th to respond to a letter from those concerned citizens and their attorney.